Okay, this is a quick shoestring, another quick shoestring review. I'm here in Estonia and on my vacation, and I happen to see this Omega tablet PC 7-inch, and the first thing that caught my eye is it's running Ice Cream Sandwich, Android 4.0. It's a 7-inch screen, and then the next thing that caught my eye is it's 100 euros. We have the tablet itself. Let's just go over what else comes with it, and then we'll get back to the tablet. Alright, no biggies here. It comes with a power adapter. This is a 110-240, so those of you who say, well, I can't use that in the United States. Yeah, just get an adapter. You can get the adapter for it came with a micro not a mini, but a micro USB. It came with a OTG cable because I can plug this in. It's already set to use memory sticks and CD-ROM drives and all kinds of neat stuff. And by the way, it does have a separate piece for power, so you can't actually charge it through the micro USB. You have to use this. Kind of a bummer, but I was like, okay, fine, I can live with that. Alright, so let's take a look at the device itself. Well, the first thing is that it does have physical buttons, even though it's got Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0. And I did some checking, and I found out these guys have made like 5 or 6 different tablets. So what I'm assuming is that they just said, okay guys, we're going to make Ice Cream Sandwich tablets today. And they said, yeah, well, we still have a gazillion of the old style tablets. So even though I was a little let down that these were here, but even though those are here, I've actually found I've been using those and I really could care less. We have, let's go by what it says in the back. We have the power in, 5 volts. You have the OTG for using your thumb drive. It has an HDMI. It has a micro SD card slot. It has a headphone jack. It has your power on and off, and it has your rocker switch. Okay, got a little tiny speaker in the back. Seems to be fine, and it does have a forward-facing camera. So let's just turn it on here. Does not have Bluetooth and does not have GPS, which kind of makes sense, but I just wanted to put those out. So it comes up. It is indeed running Ice Cream Sandwich. That was one of the things that appealed to me, that it had the latest version. I wasn't going to have to, wasn't something that was running like 2.2 that I was going to have to root and upload. And so it's like, you know what, I can take this right out of the box and it's going to run most of the stuff that I want to run. So of course, we go through. The screen is fine. It's not perfect. Again, it's not the same as my $800 Motorola Zoom tablet, but it's going to get the job done for what I want to get done. For $100. I mean, for $100, it's almost a throwaway. So you can see, once it's done, that's fairly fine. That's fairly decent. Okay. I noticed it didn't come with Google Music, which is the music player, which is one of the things I wanted to use because I do want to use it as a player. I loaded all the standard ones. I have my Dropbox. Again, not a lot of memory. It's 512. For like system memory, and then there's another, it says 4 gigs, but I'm actually only seeing like 2 or 3. There's something funky going on there as far as what memory is where. As you know, internal memory, they call it SD, and then they call the SD external, so that's sometimes confusing. But I'm seeing that there is a 512 for like the base part, and then there's like another 2 to 4 gigs someplace else in here. Sorry to not be a little bit more accurate on that. In the system settings, we have the Wi-Fi, the data usage. Obviously, we don't have Bluetooth, but we do have portable hotspots and mobile networks, which I'm assuming can't work because there's nothing in here to work with them. But they are in there. We have our sound, same as always. I'm not going to bother going through all that. And it does have a separate HDMI with turn-on HDMI resolution, screen zoom, LCD sleep, so on and so forth. As I said, it didn't come with Google Music. I was able to go ahead and load that. And again, my prerequisite for what I wanted it to run is if I could read my email, which I can, if I can look at my Evernote, which I can, if I can use my GoToAssist, which is like a log me in, which allows me to interact with some of my clients. Again, I can do that on my phone, but it's a little too small. The tablet is a little too big sometimes for where I'm at. I wanted something I could just throw in my pocket, open it up, and use. That's fine. It has maps on here, but again, that's pretty much useless because there's no GPS. Okay. It should be running I have my, it should support pictures. Let's just see. Yep, there I am there. So I guess it's just supporting, so I can watch it through there as well. Sound was pretty decent. Here comes my, just, wish it had a kickstand, but again, I mean, what do you want for $100? I did do some Skype video on it earlier. That worked out absolutely fine. Again, there's a couple of goofy apps that they put in, like for example, they have video because they couldn't put the Google video because you can't use the Google video outside of the United States, so they did that. But luckily, because this is Ice Cream Sandwich, I can actually go in and say, you know what, I'm never going to use that, take it away, hide it, I don't ever want to see it. Their thing for music was this music player over here. Again, same deal. I can go in and say, you know what, I'm never going to use it, I don't want to see it again. I was able to load, as I said, Google's music player, and then of course I had there's all my stuff. It's already loaded. Again, it's actually not on the tablet, and I think that again lends itself very well to this, because remember, that means I don't actually have to load my songs on this tablet. I'm actually going to it's just going to play from the cloud. This is the one to go with, and again, this is the Omega 7-inch screen.